Today we have 4 new audition tutorials, but the first question might be, Irene, why the frick are you outside? Well, the answer to that is because I haven't had time to film at home, so here I am, literally outside of my school, filming this. So the very first audition tutorial that we'll be doing is Yuehua's collaboration with Clever TV. It's a kind of special audition, so check it out. And then we also have MODHAUS' ongoing online audition, and you might know them because they have 4 Luna members in contract with them, but they also have a new group, Triple S. So a lot of cool things. And I've done audition tutorials for Starting House already, but right now they have their Trendsetter audition going on. And lastly, RBW has an online audition for the month of April. So if you're interested in this, keep on watching, and for more audition tutorials, you can check out my video right here, and let's get on with the video. Right now, we are on the Starting House audition Instagram, and we're going to go on to the latest post. But just wanted to mention that they do a lot of spontaneous auditions, while other companies typically upload one per month. They just couldn't do whenever. So the Trendsetter audition is the one that's going on right now, and this ends on the 30th of April. So this is anyone born between 2004 to 2011, and it doesn't matter what your gender or your nationality is. And it also doesn't matter what category. It says endless, like, you can do whatever. So firstly, they say, oh, this embarrasses me to say this, but follow the Starting House account, and if you like it, or if you like any posts, then like them. Okay, secondly, whatever you think the current trend is, you can kind of express that on your own, and after you film your video, then you can send it to this Instagram account through DM. So what does this mean? Well, if you think a hip-hop vibe is trending, then express that through your dance moves. If you think a more ballad is trending, which I would kind of disagree with, but if you think that, then go for it. They want to look for trendy people is what they're kind of trying to say. Okay, third, if they like the video that you've sent, then it's been submitted. So that's not accepted or anything. That they've seen it is all that they're saying. So if they do like your video and they decide to accept you, then they'll obviously answer you with text. You have to include this: the Trendsetter audition, your name, your date of birth, your nationality, your height, your weight, and then your contact information. If this doesn't have the title of Trendsetter audition, then they might not see it. So make sure you follow all of this. So they will release the accepted people. Why can't I talk today? It's because it's like in Korean and I'm like directly putting it in my head. Anyway, they will do that whenever they feel like it, individually is what they say. And if you do pass this audition, then you'll get the opportunity to become a Starting House trainee. And if you have any other questions, then you can ask them through the Instagram account, and you can also ask them through their Kakao channel or their Line channel. We're gonna move on to the MODHAUS audition. Oops, I realized that I didn't click onto the account. So they currently have auditions, global auditions in fact, in various different places. So if you're interested in that, go for it. I honestly could not help you here because I do not speak Vietnamese and Thai and all these other languages. But what I can help you is with the online audition that is ongoing. So all nationalities born between 2003 to 2010, and it doesn't matter what gender you are. And all nationalities, so global. So for the audition areas, vocal, sing for 1 minute and 30 seconds. No background music, of course. For dance, dance for a minute. For rap, rap for a minute. And for visual, appeal to us within 1 minute. I've been getting a lot of questions about what should I do for the visual category? Well, in that case, I can make a full video on it, but whatever shows your visuals. It could literally be any vlog type of thing. It could be lip syncing video, whatever shows your visuals. So how can you sign up? Go onto the Google form here. For audition results, selected candidates will be notified individually, and for any inquiries, go to this email. So let's just go on to the Google form now. Wow, deep, mysterious text. Your email. Okay, cool. So please choose your category. You can do more than one, but I recommend one. So choose that and then submit your name, your gender, your birth date, your height and your weight in centimeters and kilograms, your final education. So let's say you're currently in grade 11, then your final education would be in grade 10. Your contact information, your SNS ID or Instagram ID, just write your Instagram ID if you do have that, your nationality, your residential area, so where you live currently, And then take 3 photos of yourself. So 1 front, 1 side, and 1 full body. And then include an introduction video without any filters or effects, and the video file must be in one of the following formats: MP4, MOV, or AV. And the file must be under 50 megabytes and under 2 minutes in length. And then talk about your experience. So it says specifically here if you've been accepted to a different company or if you've been a trainee for a certain amount of years. If it's not those two, then I don't recommend writing anything in here because that experience isn't necessarily what they're looking for currently. And then you have to consent to all of these. I would just put this in Google Translate, or not Google Translate, maybe Papago, and see what it's all about, and of course agree to it and submit your Google form. Alrighty, next we're gonna move on to the, I was like scrolling a bit to see what it was all about. So this is the RBW audition team. I just always call them Rainbow because it's what it's short for, but whatever. This is kind of somewhat of a renewed account because they used to post like, I don't know, this was like back in 2019, but they've made it into an audition account now, and they have their online audition open. This format seems very familiar to Mystic Store. No, it wasn't M&H. It's one of those two. They have the exact same format. Anyway, this audition is also until the 30th, and the categories is vocal, rap, dance, and visual. For guys, it's after 2004, and it doesn't matter what nationality you are, and for girls, it's after 2005. Guys, I know you guys always want me to do different auditions, but it's coming to the point where it's not even possible anymore. Anyway, we're going to go on to the Google form as it's how to, actually apply to the audition. But going into the specifics of it, for vocal and rap, that's really nice. That has an English translation. So for vocal, rap, dance, video within 1 minute. For visual, a self-introduction video. And all of these categories, you need 2 pictures. A face front and then a full-length photo, which is like your full body. And if you use any really serious filtering or editing your photos, then they won't see your video. Also if you port a mask. And they will contact you individually if you pass your audition. And lastly, the content will be given to RBW, so be wary of that as well. So if you have any other questions, you can email them or also DM them through this Instagram account. Now let's go visit the Google form. So it repeats everything what we just discussed about. So you put your email, your name, your gender, your date of birth, your body size, that's a really weird way of putting it, your phone number, your place of residence, your category, and then your photos, and then your video here, and your career. So this is your experience. It says if you've been a trainee before, if you've been casted, or if you'd had various auditions. So here they also want you to write every single audition you've done, essentially. But if you haven't passed those auditions or you haven't had any significant events going on, then I wouldn't include it. So what do I mean by significant events? Let's say you moved on to a second or a third round, and that maybe include that. If you've been street casted, definitely include that. If you've auditioned but nothing ever happened, then don't include it. And then if you've had any contests, you've won anything, make it relevant to K-pop auditions. So let's say you're auditioning for singing and you've had an award for singing, then go write that down, or same thing for dancing. But if it's totally unrelated to auditions, like let's say you have an award for taekwondo, that wouldn't really count. So include that and submit it. Okay, lastly, we're going to go on to the Yuehua audition. So currently they're doing their Japan audition. I think it's pretty straightforward, but the one we're looking at right here is the Clever Audition Collaboration. So this one is kind of nearby. It's on the 21st. You can submit it until then. So this is really young, and you might be wondering why the frick is it 2008 to 2013. That's because Clever TV, they recruit like children. It's like a children TV place where it's like content for children. But anyway, it doesn't matter what gender or nationality you are. You're going to add YH audition into your KakaoTalk, and then you're going to write in your personal information. So your name, your date of birth, your height, your phone number, your frontal photo, and then your video that you're going to be submitting. And they will tell you if you've passed or not within 24 hours. So it's one of those speedy auditions. Was that Yuehua? I think it was. But let's talk about the process. So firstly is the KakaoTalk application. And then secondly, you'll receive dance lessons from Yuehua. And then third is the final audition. So those are the 3 rounds that they'll go through. For this one, there's a specific round because technically So what should the video be is the main question here, and they answer that. They give you a tip here. It says, do whatever makes you express yourself. Wow, so clear. But in, brackets, it says singing, dance, challenge, and more. And make sure you can send it through Kakao because sometimes it can be too long, but it can literally be anything, is what they say. For me, if I were to recommend anything, I would just go with your normal category. So if you typically apply with singing or vocal category, then go with that. If for dance, go with that as well. And that is the last. Thanks so much for watching, and I will, make sure to check out my audition tutorials, and I'll see you guys in the next video.